My neighborhood. Is it your neighborhood, motherfucker?
Don't touch me.
Come on, motherfucker, let's go. You hit me? Get on the ground, motherfucker. Right now.
Pull back.
Get on the ground.
Get away. Show him.
Do you see him hit me?
Show him. Show him.
Get on the ground. Get him.
Hi, I'm Steve Hindy, president of Showing Animals Respect and Kindness. We've made a lot of videos exposing not only animal cruelty, but also official corruption. But this is perhaps the most outrageous case so far. It happened in Warminster Township, Pennsylvania, in Bucks County. On February 22, 2011, Shark held a protest in front of Carlton Pools to expose owner Joseph Solana's involvement in cruel live pigeon shoots. Solana regularly hosts pigeon shoots at Wing Point, a canned hunt club he owns in Berks County, Pennsylvania. At the beginning of the protest, and again at the end, Carlton Pools operations manager Robert Olson used his vehicle to threaten and intimidate us. After Olson's second offense, we followed him to get his license plate, to turn him into the police. We had no idea at that time that the Warminster Police Department is corrupt. Olson had a couple accomplices, also from Carlton Pools, and he had a loaded semi-automatic handgun in his jacket pocket.
Got him?
Yes.
Got the plate?
Yes.
Do pictures too.
Doing pictures.
I'll yell it out. DRX 7054. Pennsylvania. DRX 7054.
Recalculating.
Him right there.
Drive 200 feet, then
What the
turn
fuck do
left.
you want?
You trying to intimidate us?
Any way, anytime I can. Intimidate us? Anytime I want to. This is my neighborhood. Is it your neighborhood, motherfucker?
Don't touch me.
Come on, motherfucker, let's go. You hit me? Get on the ground, motherfucker. Right now.
Pull back.
Get on the ground.
Get away. Show him.
Do you see him hit me?
Show him. Show him.
Get on the ground. Get him. Call the police. Call the police.
Take it easy.
You fucking hit me. Cocksucker.
On the sidewalk, I want you to get identification on the other people.
Following the incident, the Warminster Police seized not only our video camera, but also our laptop computer. There was no legitimate reason for seizing the laptop. Interestingly, the police did not seize recorders used by Mr. Olson or his accomplices. What followed was a supposed 4-week joint investigation between the Warminster Police and Bucks County District Attorney David Heckler. District Attorney Heckler has a long history of being in the pocket of pigeon shooters. During that investigation, neither Janet Enoch or I were ever contacted. The police also did not contact another witness named Stu Chaffetz. At the end of the bogus investigation, gunman Robert Olson received 2 minor charges for disorderly conduct and careless driving, and nothing for assaulting Ms. Enoch, and nothing for pulling a loaded handgun on a public street in the middle of the day. I received 4 charges, including 1 for disorderly conduct, 2 for harassment, and 1 for careless driving. Even more incredibly, Janet received 2 citations for disorderly conduct and harassment. On June 30th, 2011, Janet and I appeared before District Judge Daniel J. Finello. There was no hearing for gunman Robert Olson. The state chose to further reduce his already ridiculously low charges, and he simply paid a fine. In court, Olson falsely claimed that I jumped in front of his vehicle at the beginning of the protest. Olson lied when he denied that he drove to the wrong side of the road to threaten us the second time around, which prompted us to follow him. Olson claimed that Janet ran screaming at him. That's obviously a lie. Just watch the video.
Drive 200 feet, then
What the
turn
fuck do
left.
you want?
You trying to intimidate us?
Any way, anytime I can. Intimidate us? Anytime I want to. This is my neighborhood. Is it your neighborhood, motherfucker?
Don't touch me.
Olson claimed I hit him in the mouth, when in fact I pushed him in the chest to stop his assault against Janet. Olson claimed all kinds of injuries as a result of my supposedly hitting him, including swelling and clicking in his jaw, a chipped tooth, another tooth with a split root that needed to be replaced, an abscess. He said he had gotten x-rays and still needed more work done. Take another look at the video of the incident and tell me where Mr. Olson gives any indication whatsoever that he was ever so much as touched in the mouth.
My neighborhood. Is it your neighborhood, motherfucker?
Don't touch me.
Come on, motherfucker, let's go.
You hit me? Get on the ground, motherfucker. Right now.
Pull back.
Get on the ground.
Get away. Show him.
Do you see him hit me?
Show him. Show him.
Get on the ground. Get him. Call the police. Call the police.
Take it easy.
Take it easy. Cocksucker.
On the sidewalk, I want you to get identification on the other people.
Interestingly, Olson twice admitted that he wasn't afraid when he was followed. And why should he? With 2 accomplices and a gun in his pocket. But the facts didn't matter in the kangaroo court of Judge Finello. Finello approved the plea deal for Mr. Olson while finding Janet and me guilty. The miscarriage of justice in Finello's courtroom was quite a show, but it was even more surreal outside, where the gunman Robert Olson and his accomplices and their employer Joseph Solana openly fraternized with the police, including James Boston, the lead detective on the case. Their closeness explained why the investigation and charges were such a farce. Both Janet and I appealed, but if justice is a rare commodity in Pennsylvania, and it is extinct in Bucks County. So on October 21st, 2011, I paid for a private polygraph examination. The examiner lives in Bucks County, is experienced, proficient, highly regarded, and well known to Bucks County law enforcement. The examination keyed on 3 important questions. Did I jump in front of Robert Olson's vehicle? My answer was no. 2, did I lie when I said Robert Olson crossed to the wrong side of the road to pull his vehicle in front of ours? I answered no. 3, did I hit Robert Olson with a closed fist? My answer was no. The examiner concluded that my responses were truthful, but I didn't expect Bucks County officials to simply accept the test results, so I offered to then submit to their own tester and challenged them to ask Robert Olson to also submit. Predictably, Bucks County law enforcement wasn't interested in anything of the kind, because the last thing they want is for the truth to come out. We already had plenty of evidence showing that the authorities were protecting the bad guys, and this would have just been icing on the cake. The appeals of Janet and me were to be heard on November 18, 2011. I wanted to get Janet's case separated from mine because I knew there was no way they could find her guilty alone. She did nothing. I already had a polygraph that showed I was telling the truth, and the authorities were too cowardly and corrupt to take it any further. So we ended my appeal, and sure enough, the DA refused to even prosecute Janet. That showed her prosecution was malicious from the very beginning, and it demonstrated the cowardice of both the Warminster Police and Bucks County District Attorney David Heckler. As in the previous hearing, the real show wasn't to be found in the courtroom. Again, there was the fraternization between gunman Robert Olson, his accomplices, Carlton Pool's owner and pigeon shooter, Joseph Solana, and the very police who conducted a phony investigation, instigated our bogus charges, and testified against us. Here is Detective James Boston and Carlton Pool's owner, Joseph Solana. Here you see gunman Robert Olson and Warminster Police Officer Melissa Herman. She seems to be having quite a good time. Warminster Police Officer Stephen Wojciechowski shares a laugh with Detective Boston and Joseph Solana. Warminster Police Officers Herman, Boston, and Wojciechowski attend a smiling Robert Olson. Gunman Robert Olson, Detective James Boston, Olson's accomplices, and Joseph Solana stand together, thick as thieves. It wasn't just that they didn't care if we saw them all together. It was more like they wanted us to see them together. Wanted us to know that in Warminster and Bucks County, they could do whatever they damn well please. We saw them, and now you've seen them. Quite a cabal. Welcome to Bucks County, Pennsylvania. If you're going to accuse law enforcement and public officials of corruption, I think you'd better have a pretty compelling case, and we do. If you're a friend of the Warminster Police or Bucks County District Attorney David Heckler, you and your minions can stalk, intimidate, threaten, commit assault, and pull guns on public streets. Who knows where it ends? My offer to submit to the county's polygraph examiner still stands, and the cops and DA are still running. Shark marches into Warminster anytime we want to legally and peacefully protest, and we've done so on a number of occasions since all of this nonsense. Solana's thugs don't even come out of their shop. The cops don't show up at all. I believe that demonstrates who prevailed. This is Steve Hindy for Showing Animals Respect and Kindness.